Good morning. Myself Shilpa Sharma, and in the series of switching theory and logic design, I will teach you today about the number conversion and various codes. In the last lecture, we had discussed about the number system. How many types are of number systems? Hexadecimal, binary, decimal, octal. Now we will learn that how can we convert one kind of base into another kind of base. So let's start about the number conversion. As you know that binary number system is the basic of any digital circuit. So a binary number system can represent 0 or 1, two kinds of numbers. For some kinds of circuit, we can represent this 0 as low signal and 1 as high signal. So logic low and logic high can be represented by binary number 0 and 1. As we wanted to convert each and every signal, decimal signal, into binary number, then let's see how can we convert. As you know that the polynomial conversion or polynomial equation, through this we can represent any binary number. Using that concept, we can convert the binary number back into decimal and so on. Let's first convert decimal number into binary. To convert decimal number, let's take an example. 87 is your example. In this example, we just need to divide every decimal number using the base into which we wanted to convert. Like suppose if we wanted to convert decimal number into octal. So how many digits are used in octal? Total 8. So we need to divide that decimal number with 8 base. Similarly, in a binary number system, 2 digits are used, 0 and 1. So we need to divide decimal number which we wanted to convert into binary with 2. So 87 is our number which we wanted to convert. So after dividing it, what will we get? We get the answer as 43 with the remainder of 1. Now we will collect this remainder as remainder 1. Next, we will again divide that number, that means 43, with 2 again. Now the answer is 21 with the remainder of 1 again. So we will collect that. Now the remaining 21 will again be divided by 2 number and the answer will be 10 with a remainder of 1. And this process will continue until we get a 0 in our quotient. This 0, how will we get? Whenever there is a remainder or there is a quotient which is less than the divider, then the remainder will be according to that. So the last remainder number will be your MSB and the first remainder will be your LSB. So we will write or collect this number. That means from down to top, we will write this number. Downward number is your MSB and upmost number is your LSB. So this is the way we convert decimal number into binary. Now, how can we convert the binary number back into decimal? To convert it, we use the concept of polynomial notation. In polynomial notation, each and every number is defined by its weight. means 0th position is defined by 2 raised to power 0. 1 position is defined by weightage 2 raised to power 1. Second position 2 raised to power 2. Third position 2 raised to power 3, and so on. So we will define each and every weight and multiply each weight with corresponding number. After that, we will add each and every number, then the answer will be your final one, which is the converted value of binary into decimal. So here you can see we took an example of 87. See, previously we got an answer of 1010111. So we have to take this 1010111 number again. We will multiply each and every number with weightage. See, I have multiplied. 0 multiplied by any number will be 0. So answer is 0. So the remaining numbers will get added and the answer is 87. This answer shows that we can convert any binary number into decimal using this concept. What happened if this number is in floating point digit? Then what will we do? See here, I took an example in which a floating point binary number is represented 1010.01. See, 1010, how will we define it? 1 into 2 raised to power 3, 0 into 2 raised to power 2, 1 into 2 raised to power 1, 0 into 2 raised to power 0. Means according to their position, we will multiply each and every bit. Now what happened? Afterwards, that floating point number if we define. After floating point number, after decimal point, we define each weight by -1, -2, -3 position. So, as we were defining the real number, we also define or we also multiply each and every bit with their position or with their weight. That means 2 raised to power -1, 2 raised to power -2. So see, 0 into 2 raised to power -1, 1 into 2 raised to power -2. And in a similar way, like we were adding in real numbers, we also add these numbers after multiplying it with their weightage. And the final answer will be a converted floating point number in decimal. So this is the way we can convert each floating point binary number into decimal. Now what will be the situation when we wanted to convert decimal number into binary in floating point? Let's take an example. I took an example 0.375 of binary decimal number. We need to multiply this decimal number. So answer will be 0.75. We just need to take first LSB, that means the number just aside of that decimal point, which is 0 in this case, 0.75. That means I need to take 0 in this case. And the remaining 0.75 will again be multiplied by 2. This is giving an answer of 1.5. Here, now the answer 1 will be considered and 0.5 will again be multiplied with 2. So this is the way we can convert any floating point decimal number into binary. If the answer comes 0 and 0 again, that means 0.0 something, or 1.0 something, then we need to stop. So this is the way we can convert binary into decimal and decimal into binary. Now, if we wanted to convert this decimal number into octet, as I have told you in a previous minutes, that we just need to divide each and every decimal number with the base in which we wanted to convert. So we just need to divide each and every decimal number with 8. So likewise, we were doing in binary conversion, we just need to follow same steps to convert any decimal number into octal. So 8 is your divider and 266 is your dividend. So we will divide this 266 with 8, which gives an answer of 33 with a remainder of 2. So this will be considered as LSB, that means least significant bit, rightmost digit. And again we will divide this 33 with the 8, which gives an answer of 1, and so on. So this is the way we can convert any decimal number into octal. Again, if you wanted to convert this decimal, means floating point decimal number, into octal, then pointed number, that means point of the number after points will be multiplied by 8, and the LSB will be noted down, and the remaining portion will again be multiplied by 8, and again LSB, bit after LSB will be noted down, and so on. So this is the way we can convert decimal number into octal. Again, if we wanted to convert octal number into decimal number, then we just need to multiply each and every bit, like here, with weightage of that, means positional weight of that base. That means 8 raised to power 0, 8 raised to power 1, 8 raised to power 2, and so on. So 4 into 8 raised to power 2 plus and so on. You can multiply and add each and every number. So this is the way we can convert octal to binary, or octal to decimal. Now, what happened if we wanted to convert octal number directly into binary? Then we can represent this way. In octal number, likewise in binary, each and every number is defined by 4 bits, means set of 4 bits. But in octal, each and every number is defined by a set of 3 bits. So if we wanted to write directly, we can represent each number directly by mentioning their equivalent code. Like 7 in octal is represented by 111 in binary. So we can write it simply. We do not need to convert that binary number into decimal. Then again, we do not need to follow these steps to convert that decimal number into octal. We can simply use the coded form represented here. Now, what about hexadecimal number? As you know, hexadecimal numbers are totally of set of group of 16 digits, 0 to 9, A, B, C, D, E and F, means up to 15. So to convert each number, after conversion, if we got an answer of 10, then we do not write 10, we write A. For 12, we write C. For 15, we write F. So to convert a decimal number into hexadecimal, we need to follow again the same step. We need to define, we divide with 16 number. So here is an example, 423 is your example, which is divided by 16. We got an answer of 26, which is a quotient, remainder is 7. Now this 26 will be considered again and divided by 16, and so on. So this is the way. Here you can see a remainder of 10. Remainder of 10 is represented by A. So A is written here. I have not written 10. So this is the main point which you need to note. Now, to convert back this hexadecimal number into decimal number, we need to again multiply each and every number with their positional weight, that means 16 raised to power 2, 3, 4 and so. So in this way we can likewise we have converted octal number into binary. We can also convert hexadecimal number into binary directly. How? Octal number is represented by a group of 3, but binary number is represented by hexadecimal number is represented by a group of 4 into binary. So D directly can be written as 1101. Here A is equivalent to 10 and 10 in binary is represented by 1010. So we do not write 01010. We write only 4 bits, that means 1010 for 10 to represent 10. So in this way we can convert each hexadecimal number into binary number. This is the way through which we can convert any hexadecimal number. In a similar way we have done to convert the floating point number, we also need to convert floating number like A7.0f is here. A will be multiplied by, A is what? 10, will be multiplied by its positional weight, that means 1 position, that means 16 raised to power 1. Then it will be added with 7 into 16 raised to power 2 and so. So this was all about the number conversion we usually do in the digital number system. For today, thank you. In the next video, we will discuss about various codes like weighted code, non-weighted code, BC codes and many. Thank you.